God, gray-colored glasses, more like gray-colored beard. God, I have more of it every month. Yeah, I may have to just, like, go clean-shaven in the new show, dude. This is getting bad. Oh, yeah, we have to do a video. Hello, lords and ladies of Agony Wolf. 'Tis I, Rick, coming at you today from the workshop. What is up with that? We never come in here. Yay, swivel chair. A little while ago we announced we will be expanding beyond riffing. And we're going to be doing that with a new story-driven, non-riffing sci-fi show called Gray Colored Glasses. And, like I said in the previous video, that show very much started off as a story arc for Season 3 of ICW XP. And just along the way, there were a little bit too many dramatic beats and, dark, horrible things happening from time to time for zany madcap puppets, and it became its own show. But I wanted to start showing you guys some behind-the-scenes stuff and just give you a peek behind the curtain as to what we're cooking up and hopefully drum up some interest in this damn thing. So yeah, this is going to be kind of the first part of an ongoing series, showing you, kind of the bigger elements we're working on. And this one is going to be covering the weapons that our protagonists use in Gray Colored Glasses. Gray Colored Glasses got started as Season 3 of ICW XP, so there were, of course, zombies. And, but even 3-4 years ago, I want to say, when I first started to have the idea for this show, I was already like, man, zombie fatigue, zombie apathy, that's good, that's gotta start soon. It's like zombie overload. And even then I was like, okay. So I started thinking up another creature because I love the hive, idea of things, that element to zombies, but I wanted to do something more original, something we haven't seen before, and that's kind of part of the manifesto of Gray Colored Glasses, is to, maybe it's from 10 years of hosting and producing a show that got its start as a tribute to another show, but one of the big goals is to make very original things. So throwing out the zombie rulebook, like I've been saying. They're not walking corpses. They are people who have become engulfed in nanomachines. And I want to really set them apart from zombies in that headshots don't work. Traditional firearms aren't really going to do anything but slow them down. I think we'll have a poster soon, it's just going to have in big bold letters, headshots don't work, or something like that. And what I feel like is really going to set them apart from zombies is that the person underneath the nanomachines is still aware of everything that they're being forced to do by the machines that have integrated with their body and they have no control over, which is pretty terrifying thought. This show's going to have quite a lot of humor in it. That's not funny. Hopefully we can find a way to, skirt around that. That's the thing. Those are the things I was talking about where it's like, ooh, that's pretty dark. I don't know, man. Our protagonists, once they, discover that people are still aware and alive underneath, the goal is no longer to destroy these things. It is to simply incapacitate them. And the way they go about that is with EMP guns, electromagnetic pulse guns, and those temporarily shut the nanobots down. Unfortunately, not enough to safely, remove them from these infected people. So our characters, the show is set, kind of after an apocalypse. Resources are scarce. I wanted these weapons to be very kit-bashed and very, rough around the edges and made out of whatever could be found laying around. So here we go. This is a single coil or single oil filter EMP gun that our characters will be packing. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, the camera doesn't like that very much. But let's see if I can get it off axis there. There we go. The idea is that you build up a EMP pulse, let it go, and you blast yourself a nano zombie, and they go down for a bit. This is pretty cool. This is kind of the rookie gun that will be given to people new to the group. And here we have the Big Mama, the double coil, which I'm pretty happy with thus far. It's gonna look nice and out of focus. And yeah, this is one nasty looking egg beater, man. Now, how I was putting these together originally was, just wrapping the coil around loose and tying wire in this way to kind of keep it secured. And it was just loose and kind of shitty looking, to be honest. But that kind of worked with the whole kit bashed weapon thing. But later on, just devised a much better way. Built a little rig over here. And it is still incredibly tedious. It takes about an hour to wrap the coil around the filter. It sucks. But the end result is something that looks great, very neat and tidy. And the way we keep it wrapped that way is you get 2 hooks on the end and tuck it in. But this is believe it or not, the secret weapon. We blast it with varnish. Blast the coil with it once you've got it wrapped tight, and gives it a nice sheen, and it stays put. It's kind of remarkable. I didn't really think it would work, but just, hey, what about that stuff? Yep, that worked like a charm. So you have that, and these flashlights will probably scuff these up a bit more in the final product, and I'll probably be painting this little stripe here orange to match the drill a little better. And what's really great is, this assembly just comes right out, you can just grab it here and this goes back to being an everyday drill instead of a sci-fi weapon. And yeah, I think these weapons will, really make the show and its creatures stand out. It's not just that the creature itself is something a little different, but also the way in which you have to fight it is also a little different. You can't just go grab a shotgun and blow their heads off and, knock off for the day. And I think it's a lot more believable that people covered in bulletproof nanomachines can take down the world than corpses that are falling apart. No offense, zombie apocalypse scenario. Of course, since we're in silly sci-fi world, the science for this thing doesn't really check out. You would have to have the coils, moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, and they're wrapped this way. This thing should actually be spinning like this in order to build up any kind of a charge, but yeah, much as I hate to say it, the rule of that looks cool won out in that in that particular fight. And yeah, just in a few minutes, we're going to go shoot a little screen test and fire these guys up. And we're going to see how they respond to being put through the rotoscoping process that we're using for the visuals on gray colored glasses. When you spin these things up, you get this really awesome circle of, oblong lights, and I think that looks so cool. I'm interested to see how that translates to a lower frame rate. We'll see. It may not work out so great. Well, we haven't quite figured that out yet. Another interesting angle to these weapons is the James character has a little friend, a little robot friend named QWERTY. And of course, naturally being a robot, electromagnetic pulses are not her favorite thing. So we'll have lots of interesting stuff when these guns come out. Robot panicking and stuff like that. One of the things we're going to have to do, of course, is get rid of this Black & Decker logo. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to go about that just yet. Right now the idea is, we're going to file off the Decker part and maybe rename these Black & Wreckers. I haven't quite decided if that's fun or too cheesy yet. We'll see. People have been calling them Deck and Blackers, and suggesting we replace the logo with that, just swap it around to avoid a lawsuit later on. If enough people see this damn thing anyway. But I don't know if we'll do that. It seems a little, that seems a little too winky in my opinion. We might just, scratch it out. I don't know. Hey, if you guys have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. Always open to your input. One of the other final things we're going to do is, just go through with sandpaper and some files and scratch them up, make them look worn. These things are brand new. So can't have that. Can't have nice things.
Also going to go and hit it with a naphtha wash. You take naphtha, which is a sort of paint thinner or varnish thinner, and you mix it with some black oil paint. Gives you years worth of dirt and grime on the end of a paintbrush. Gets them looking like they've gone through hell and back. Yeah, and also I need to send a big thank you out to one of our longtime supporters, Benjamin Wink, for nabbing this drill for us off of our Amazon wish list. This is it's a pretty pricey drill, man. This is a very nice drill. You know, this thing came out of the box all ready to do all kinds of household needs and put all kinds of screws into sheetrock. And nope, we're doing this horrible shit to it and scraping it up. But thank you very much, Ben, for sending this to us. This saved us quite a bit of money, and that's just awesome. And also, if you guys are willing to go above and beyond the call of Cogger duty, you can go hit up our Amazon wish list anytime. There should be a link appearing up here, perhaps. Go check that out, and that has been helping us out like crazy lately. So thank you for everyone who's been nabbing items off there for us. It's very simple. You just, you click buy now, and it comes to us, from what I understand. So, but yeah, again, thank you, Ben. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Next time, the real fun will begin. We're going to try to fit some tiny LED bulbs into the base plate of the oil filter. That should be fun. And we'll get into more of the welding that has to be done to get the assembly together and to keep these things safe and from flying apart and smacking people. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video and keeping an open mind and checking out the new original content we're working on. I know this is as off-brand from ICWXP and IGWXP as it gets. And I really appreciate your time and willingness to check this out. And I will see you in part 2.